Welcome to Local SEO in 10. This is your go-to podcast for answers about how you can grow your local business online, easily and quickly. Brought to you by local SEO experts, Magnified Media in Walnut Creek, California. In each 10-minute episode, our digital marketing expert, Adam Duran, answers your questions on how you can get more leads for your business fast. Remember, if you're not taking care of this part of your business right now, you can bet your competitors are. And now, here's our host with the questions, Jamie Duran, and our expert with the answers, Adam Duran.
Hello, Adam.
Hey, Jamie.
What is going on this week in the world of local search engine optimization?
Lots and lots. Today, I wanted to talk about some experiments that you as a business owner can do to improve your ranking. So these are experiments. This is what we do in the SEO world. We experiment constantly because we're always trying to figure out how to better rank our clients. And it's not like Google, comes out with a, hey, if you do all this, you're going to outrank everybody. And whenever they're asked, they are always pretty coy about it. But I wanted to give you 5 things that a local business owner could do to experiment to see if it works for their business in their category, in their or in their city. Sound cool?
Sounds good. I'm going to take notes this time so I can try them myself and not click along, even though that's the best way so I can ask questions. But go ahead.
Okay, so this does require your ability to get into your website and make some changes. So if you can't do that, then move on to the next podcast.
Are we starting at number 5 or starting at number 1?
Number 1, because these are all weird little things. So in your website, I'll start with number 1. You're going to be checking different titles. So on each page of your website, especially your homepage, you want to be changing your titles around, maybe adding some different keywords. The title is it's the title. If you mouse over on the browser at the very top of your web page, you'll see a little pop-up that comes up on your browser that tells you the title of that page. And so your title is really important because one of the very first things that Google crawler looks at. So there is hey, we don't want these titles to be too long, but why don't you try it out? Put a few more words in there, make that title extra long and see what happens. Add some more keywords from your category. Add different versions of your keywords. Add a question. Like, get kind of BuzzFeedy about that title. Do you want to lose 20 pounds? Is your skin falling off your face or something like that? Are you sick of PG&E rates skyrocketing? Stuff like that.
Did Brad Pitt and Kim Kardashian get married?
Not having to do with your category. Probably not a good experiment, but you do you, Jamie. Another one.
You said BuzzFeed. That's
BuzzFeed-E. So.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
You get a lot of clicks, though. You start making up stuff.
Yes, but that's probably not the people you need at your website. So other ones you could try. You can add a published date at the top in that title. See if that helps with Google recognize the freshness of that page. Get creative about your category and add a bunch of different things. See what happens. You can, if you're at the top of rankings already, see how you can get even more. Do even more. Just test out stuff. Now, before I get to the next one, how do you know if these tests work? Make sure that you have Google Search Console and Google Analytics installed on the back end of your site. Make sure that you have access to those, and then you'll be able to see how these changes affect your ranking. And it very well could affect them poorly. So if they do, make a record of what you've changed, right? Just keep a little spreadsheet and then go back and change it back or try again. I mean, it's something that constantly, once a month or so, you should be doing things like this. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Next, number 2. So every page on your website has a title and every page on your website has a description. This is not visible to your visitors. It's only visible to Google. So that description is usually, about 155 characters long. You can make it longer if you want, just like you did with that title. You can make it longer. You can make it shorter. Probably not a good idea, but try adding keywords. Once again, more BuzzFeedy kind of questions. You can even change your tone, get more if you are a physical trainer, do you want to get fit now? That kind of stuff. Change your tone is fine. Maybe get specific, get down to the exact customer. Are you feeling like there's no tomorrow? Are you feeling depressed? If you're a psychotherapy clinic, that might be a good one. That kind of thing in your descriptions. So always with a good description, you can always do the tried and true problem, solution, reward, that kind of formula for your description of that page. Sound good?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. I got 3 more, so I got to go fast. Next one.
Ready.
Images. So the images on your site can definitely affect your ranking. So just like if you go to a site and it's all text on that page, those are rough, right? People generally don't want to read. They want to connect with your business. So they connect through emotion. So change around your images. If you're an HVAC contractor, do you have a big giant picture of an air conditioner as that's the image on that page? Well, that's probably not something somebody's going to connect with. So people connect with humans and emotions. So changing up the pictures, changing up the size, changing up the number, changing up all the faces that are in those photos. Make sure they're smiling, of course, or not, depending on what kind of emotion you want to evoke. So when you do that, you can also change the file name of that image, so what it's called. So that's something Google can pick up on. You can change how big it is, obviously how small it is. Make sure that you add the alt text, which is for visually disabled users. And Google also picks up on those. Make sure that they're small. Follow those kind of things, but experiment with all those images because it could definitely affect your ranking.
Okay.
Cool, right?
It helps. It's all helpful.
Well, it's an experiment, right? So basically, your website should not just sit there static. You should always be adding things to it. You should always be trying stuff out. I know it's a hassle. So, just keep a record of what you've done, a spreadsheet of what's been done. And, you could even have you could have an intern do this if you had the spreadsheet done correctly, right? You can have someone on your staff take care of this. It's because it's pretty simple to do. And why not do it, right?
Hey ChatGPT, check my images.
That's right.
Check my description.
ChatGPT could be a great way to do all this. That's right, Jamie. Excellent point. I like it. Just make sure it's done correctly. All right, next thing. In past episodes, we've talked about the headers, the heading structure of your web page. Just like when you write an essay, the heading 1 is the title of that page. So it tells Google what that whole page is about. But you also have the ability for other headings like heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, and all the way down to heading 6. So you can try and change the structure of your page so that way Google can understand that page better. So if you can figure out how to make a better outline of what that page is about, then that's where you would change that heading structure. And as long as it flows correctly, it's going to help. And why not try and check it out, change some stuff around, and take care of the heading structure. Okay. Put in your keywords, get creative with that kind of stuff. Sound good?
Beautiful. Yep.
Last one. All right. So now that you've done all that, now every page on your website, if you're wanting your website to do one of its main jobs as a local business is to get people to see it and then call you, then you need to have text on the pages, a lot of text. So the best way to add text to a page, Jamie, if you don't want to make it stand out or obtrusive or that wall of text, is to do an FAQ and put it in an expandable accordion. So when you press that plus, it expands. When you press the minus, it contracts. So that way, that allows you to put a ton of meaningful text onto that page, which Google will crawl. Google will index all of that information. And yeah, it does help your rankings. So every one of your services should have, think about it, 3,000, 4,000 words of content. Most of it can be hidden in one of those accordions. But yeah, it definitely does help. And so now with ChatGPT, definitely, that's another use. You could totally do that. Just think about the FAQ for that service and go, baby, go. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Add into that FAQ, of course, add a lot of keywords because it's going to all be about that service. It's going to be jam-packed with keywords. You can also link to pages on your site that have other services that you do. That kind of stuff also, of course, helps. So do that and do these 5 things and just, mess around every month or so to see, if you do this regularly, you will find your ranking will increase because your competitors probably aren't doing it. So Google does reward that with more visitors to your site. That means more business, more ranking. Awesome.
Sounds good. And what did I hear about this Brad Pitt and Kim Kardashian getting together?
Did you hear about that? You have to Google it, Jamie. Your favorite. GTS. All right. That's all I got for today.
Okay. Very good. Okay. If you enjoyed this podcast, thank you for listening, by the way. Yes. Adam blew through those topics, so I'm sure he'll have a whole chat GPT on the podcast description on this.
Yes.
Maybe not. But in any event, if you have a question about this episode or previous episode or any topic in search engine optimization, go to our website, magnifiedmedia.net. Click on the podcast button and then put in the search term of whatever you're trying to find. Chances are there's at least 2 or 3 podcasts about that. And if not, feel free to reach out to us on our LinkedIn or Facebook page. Send us a message and we'll try and get to it in an upcoming podcast. Also, if you enjoyed this podcast, kindly share it out with any of your business colleagues or employees or anyone else, if you're in a chamber of commerce or networking group, because chances are they all have a website and chances are they are looking to get more out of their website. So this is all free information that Adam puts together, donates his time to educating because believe it or not, he is very busy, as are we all. So we definitely appreciate you taking the time. And we definitely appreciate Adam taking the time to further educate us and make it so we get more out of our website and we can retire like PG&E employees. Different podcast, anyway.
Yes.
We will talk to you next time.
That's all for now. Thanks for listening to this episode of Local SEO in 10 with Google local marketing expert Adam Duran. Join us each week for answers to your questions on how to best harness the power of the internet to grow your business. Speaking of questions, got some? Message us through our Facebook page, Local SEO in 10, and we'll be sure to give you your answer on an upcoming episode. This episode of Local SEO in 10 is brought to you by Magnified Media, the leading online marketing agency in Northern California, who invite you to grow your business by magnifying your online visibility and credibility. Visit them on the web at www.magnifiedmedia.com. Magnify your business, magnify your profits.